So Wowhead said this is the best dungeon to level up fast in Diablo 4. So I tested it out by running it several times, and here are the results before I show you the location and how it works. This can be done as a solo player or in a group, by the way. On average, I got 160,000 experience in World Tier 1 and 192,000 experience in World Tier 2. And then in World Tier 3, I got 300,000 experience. And finally, in World Tier 2, you would get 480,000 experience by running this dungeon. It took me around 10 minutes to clear solo. It's going to be over 5 times faster in a group, but even solo, it's still one of the best ways to level up quickly. As for the loot, I would get at least a full inventory of loot every single time I ran the dungeon solo, meaning I'd have to port back to town to salvage it. So to get to the champion Demise dungeon for yourself, we're starting right here from Kiovashad in the center of the map, and we want to go all the way to the west to the dry steppes, specifically in this zone right here, which is named the Untamed Scarps. So when you get to this zone, on the bottom left of it, you're going to find Girandi, which is a local village fast travel point. From here, you can go to the dungeon itself called the Champion's Demise, which is right here on the map. You do not want to finish this dungeon, you just want to farm it repeatedly. So I'm going to show you how to do that now, and I'm going to show you how to reset it. So this is how the farming route of the dungeon actually works. You come in from the entrance just here, there's a central objective, and then there's 3 different paths. 1, 2, 3. If you're farming in a group, you're going to want to send one person down each one of those paths, and the 4th player can just help out with whoever. It's so much faster to farm this dungeon as a group because you don't need to backtrack like you're doing when you're playing solo. Come into the dungeon and start farming. You're going to ignore all the objectives completely. We do not want to finish the dungeon. We just want to kill all the trash mobs and elite mobs for experience and loot as quickly as possible. Now, in order to reset the dungeon if you're playing solo, what you need to do is head towards the exit. After you're outside, you're going to go ahead and exit the game like so, and then log in again. And then you can just go back into the dungeon, and everything's going to be completely reset, so you can just go ahead and farm everything again. To reset it in a group, all the group members need to leave the party, and then the group leader just leaves the dungeon, goes back into the dungeon solo, and then just re-invites the rest of the party, and they'll get teleported right back in. Now, I would argue that a faster solo dungeon to be doing if you're on your own is Annika's Claim. The dungeon's built in a loop, so you can just go round once, immediately exit, and reset it. I've got a video explaining how to unlock it here if you're interested.